game here. Okay, cool.
I will just start.
Hello everyone, my name is Kim. I'm a 4-dan from Amsterdam.
Wait, yeah, Kim, go down.
I have to go down even more. Hello, I'm Kim once again, and I'm a 4-dan Go player from Amsterdam. Today I will first show you a game that I played on this board, just quickly play most of it, and then together with Justyna we will go to the demonstration board and we will review the game. I was black, by the way, in this game, and my opponent was Michiel Eijkhout. He is a Dutch 5-dan, and he took the white stones. And this was part of a tournament that took place this weekend. It was for the qualification for the Dutch championships. I played the Chinese opening because I prepared a couple of things with this opening. Unfortunately, my opponent played here, which spoiled my plans. So I switched and I approached in the upper left. So here a Justyna is being played in the corner. This is kind of a standard pattern. And then white makes base. Now black has a cente. Black took the corner and can play somewhere else. Of course I can take a big point here, but I felt that white will take the other big point on the left side, and white is developing quickly. I didn't like that idea, so I played there myself. And now if white simply plays here, it's a bit passive because this stone is not being used. So white pincered. And then I played an interesting move, one of the more interesting moves of this game, I believe. White played this Kosumi and afterwards defended his corner. And then I got to press down on the left side. As black, I was quite satisfied with this. It seems like yeah, I'm playing the game I want to play, and I'm spoiling white's plans. Of course, I would really like to come back to this point sooner or later. But at this moment, the left side is the most important, so white played a couple moves here. Now white jumped, and first I was thinking of cutting, but then I decided not to cut and to push instead. I'm not sure about this. Maybe yeah, we can review this on the demonstration board. Afterwards I played this point to take as a kind of a center move, so that I can either cut on this side or on this side. So white has to defend, and now I experienced this exchange as Kikashi, as a good exchange, so I left it and I played somewhere else. I played here because if I do not, then my group is not settled yet. So I played on the shape point of this group. Maybe it is possible to play Tenuki, because my move here was a bit slow, but then probably white would play it himself. And of course black will not die here, but white will try to attack while making something. In any case, I played the Honte move, at least that's how it felt to me. But maybe it was too slow, I'm not sure. Then white came back here. It's a very big move as well, because if white does not play there, then later this move is very big for black. Also because there is a follow-up in white's shape. So I can invade afterwards. So this move also defends for white, and it takes territory at the same time. Now again there was a question for me. I jumped here in the game, but I kind of regretted it a little bit later, because white immediately jumped in, which I kind of expected, and that's why I was thinking about playing this Kosumi first. Normally it's not good to play this Kosumi, because you strengthen your opponent. This pillar is quite strong. White is happy to extend upwards. And even with the Kosumi of black, there is still Aji in the corner. Later white can still mess around here. So of course the corner is not completely safe with this exchange, but it does give me a little bit more strength. It makes it also a little bit more difficult for white to go in. So I'm not sure if it was good or not for me to just jump here. Maybe I should have played the Kosumi instead. At this point black always has two choices. Either play here or cut. I felt like the cut is necessary now, because otherwise I make it too easy for my opponent. You cannot always do what your opponent expects. So now finally white comes back in the corner to make life. Now white's group in the corner is fully alive, and I still have a cutting point here. So I decided to play another Honte move, but maybe again it was slow. It makes me very thick, and with this shape I can really fight, but at the same time I left this point open and white invaded. So at this moment I feel like the game is a little bit better for white. Maybe I should have played there myself. This looks like a good move. Or I could first play here and afterwards jump. This also looks good. Of course this cut is still available for white, and it's a little bit scary for black, because black has to balance two weaknesses. And I'm not sure what the outcome of something like this would be. But I feel a little bit uncomfortable as black with this kind of situation, especially because I only have 3 liberties with this group. So that's why I played here. And I think after all that it's not a mistake, but maybe I played a bit too passively before, because at this moment white is controlling the game. White makes a base, and then black has cente, so I invaded here. Now it's really time for me to attack. I'm solid everywhere. Finally I have cente, so I can strike. White played very solid here, but at the same time I completely hollowed out his territory. There is nothing left of his territory when I play here. At the same time, white is not weak, but white still does have some concerns with his group. At this point, white played a tanuki move, which was very big and also very difficult to answer. White played here, and because I am so strong at the top right, I feel reluctant to play this hane because I'm giving in to white, sorry, my opponent. And when white draws back, I still have a cutting point, and it feels like I'm not using my thickness. At the same time, cutting here is also not fantastic, because my calculation and my feeling told me that this would be overplay during the game, simply because white can also extend, and here locally black can only make 4 liberties, and I believe that white will at least have 4 as well. We can also have a look at this on the demo board in more detail. I cut nevertheless, and then I took the stone. But this is a little bit painful because my right side becomes over-concentrated. White finished the shape by playing this Atari, and normally black takes this stone. It's very big, not only in terms of territory but also in terms of stability, because when black takes here, then moves like this by white are still big but not threatening, and there is no urge for black to play anything in this area. If black wants to play something, then of course black can jump or something like that. But yeah, this move by white is not a threat. However, if white does get this point, then it becomes a little bit different. When white afterwards can play here, then it feels uncomfortable for black. So yeah, we can also look at this on the demo board more. In any case, I played tanuki now because I felt that answering is too small at this point and too submissive. So I invaded again. I invaded at the top now. And I still believe that this move is probably okay. I think it's a little bit aggressive, but at the same time it's very difficult for white to control this. White of course can seal me in, which he did. But when black connects underneath, there's nothing that white can do about it. I should have played here. This move is very important. But unfortunately I messed up the game and I played here. This looks like maybe it's not a mistake, but this was very dangerous because I'm taking away my own liberties here. When white plays this move now, it's more difficult for black, when black plays this move, it's more difficult for black to connect underneath. Because if I play here now, then suddenly this card becomes powerful. Because I took away my own liberty here. Therefore, when white plays on the second line, I feel like I have to extend upwards. And white plays here. I blocked. And then created cutting points for white. even though I made life here, it was a very painful result for me. You can see that my corner, that was quite big and lively, has suddenly become small and even endangered. So yeah, locally this is a very painful result, and even though I do take away some of White's points at the top, I believe that maybe my end result was even minus, because White gained so many points on the outside in this corner and with the strength that White gains here, that my my invasion turned out to be really sour. Maybe it's good to stop the game at this point. Of course, we played until endgame, and it was even close up till a certain point in endgame. After that, I made some big mistakes and I lost by about 20 points. But I believe that the opening was definitely playable for Black. And well, let's have a look at the big board to see what kind of mistakes I made and what kind of mistakes maybe my opponent made.
Hello, I'm Kim's assistant and his second body who was replying to your comments in the video.
Hello guys.
Yeah.
Welcome.
My name is Justyna and I'm 1Q from Poland.
So to come back to this game, maybe the people that are watching already know what this is, but in this game I played as Black. It's a game I played this weekend, and it was against Michiel Eijkhout, who's 5 dan from the Netherlands. He played as White, and this game was part of the INDIS, which is an inter-districts tournament in the Netherlands, and it means that it's kind of a qualifying system for the Dutch Championships. So if you do well in this tournament, then you can qualify yourself to play in the Dutch Championships, and those championships usually take place in January. So actually I qualified today.
Good job.
Thank you. High five. I didn't play my best goal, but I scored 5 out of 8. I won 5 out of 8 games, and I qualified. So I can play the Dutch Championships again in January. So let's go through this game. I was Black.
Okay. It's very easy to understand. They complimenting you on your review on the board.
Thank you guys. If you have any questions, by the way, then always let us know, and we try to answer your questions.
Yeah, so this is the point where you can start asking about certain moves or something. Okay.
So I was Black,
Mm-hmm.
and White played an unusual move here. Yeah, there's no need for panic, of course. I actually prepared something. I prepared a Chinese opening, so I thought I will just continue with my plan, and yeah, see what White does. White played the Hoshi here, and so I played the Chinese opening.
Yeah, I saw Kim studying this one actually last night, preparing his mischievous plans for the weekend.
Unfortunately, my plans didn't come into play, which was a real pity. I was kind of hoping that White would play here now, or would approach this corner.
Yeah.
And
then what would you do? You would have
probably play high, because it works well together with my low stone.
Yeah.
This is kind of usual in the Chinese opening. And then if White plays the sliding move.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, and I take the corner. White makes a base. And something that I had prepared for this tournament was to play this approach.
Okay, so in normal situation White would probably pull back.
Yes, play a big corner move. And then, well, it's very normal for Black to play such a move. And this is also possible. But for this tournament I prepared this move.
Yeah, which makes it really interesting because now white cannot really afford to be passive and play on this side, so in a normal situation I think he would want to invade. And he can have a choice between this and this move in the corner. Shall we go through both of them?
Yeah, sure, we can have a look at it.
Okay, so let's start with this one. What happens if white plays here?
Yeah, normally playing the low kakari, the low approach in this opening is not good, because black will bump. So black will play this kosumi.
Okay, so probably the usual answer, even for a Q player like me, is just to strengthen myself, right?
Yeah, sure. It's a good move. It's a normal move. And then black will jump. The problem with white's shape is that white cannot easily make a base. Normally, when this stone is not there, then white will jump at least 2 spaces, sometimes even 3. But because black has a stone here already, the extension of white becomes really narrow.
Yeah, I feel very cramped here now.
Yeah, and this is not good for white, also because white will be attacked. So black has already many stones in this area, and white will locally have to be really careful not to even die.
Yeah.
So this attack for black is quite nice, and that's why usually white does not approach with the low move.
Yes, so this one is not a good move. Okay, so my other idea was to play here.
Right, yeah, this is a very good move. This is kind of a standard move in the Chinese opening. And, well, black can answer in many ways. Normally when this stone is here, black is inclined to play a keima on the lower side. Because it helps with the overall territory on the lower side. However, when this move is here, this will be very narrow. So it feels kind of strange for black to do it now.
Yes, it feels like this kind of move maybe is a bit over-concentrated. It's too close to this one, right?
Yes, there's 3 stones that are very close to each other in one very small part of the board. And if you look at, for example, these 3 stones, they're much more efficient on the right side.
Okay.
So that's why in this case, when white plays here, black is more inclined to play such a move.
Okay, but now if I play this kind of move, we go back to the same situation we just had.
Right.
So you will play here, and I will come back, and now, I mean, I'm cramped again. It's not good for me.
Yes.
So I'm guessing that now I should not play here, right?
Yes, you shouldn't. Again, it makes you heavy. Hello, Rapid Vortex and Risen Marshall, and who are there? Isnyenye, Bram van der Bon. Hi guys, welcome. So yes, again, you should not play there. So when black plays here, then you should play something else as white. Do you have an idea of what you can do instead?
I don't know. I think I should try to play a bit light. I actually have seen this move at some point. It's a very funny shape. But I don't know if it's any good.
Yeah, I think it's a good move, especially when this stone is here. Then this is another kind of standard way to go out for white and to make your group light. Because when you're running away, and in this case you are because you're outnumbered by black, then you want to make a light shape and a quick shape.
Yeah.
And also preferably a shape that can make eyes easily.
But does that make eyes easily? I don't know.
Yeah, well, at this point it doesn't really look like it has any eyes yet. But if black does not respond locally, then white can play something like this. And then if black doesn't respond again, his corner is probably dying. So, okay, that maybe sounds a bit strange. But if black will now respond, which is kind of necessary, then this move has become free.
Yeah, and then I can make a nice shape, right?
Exactly.
But you are not here. You are here now, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
But just to go back to your question, like, what about the shape? Does it make eyes or not? It doesn't look like it makes any eyes. Well, in fact, if you can play here, then you can see that you make eyes quickly. So that means that, therefore, black should not allow white to play there, because white can make very easily eye shape.
Yes.
Therefore, usually, black plays here. And then when white jumps, you can see that white gets a good shape. Now you could of course connect here? Because you are afraid that black will cut you, right?
I think I would like to jump out to the center. I'm not sure what's the right move here. And maybe something like this or this. I don't know. But I think the right direction is to go to the center.
Yes, you're right, of course. It's very good. Yeah, this move is normal.
Okay. And how about higher? Is that also possible?
That's also a very good move. I like this one myself because it's more light, and it's something that you don't easily, you don't see it that much in games. So I like to play moves that are a little bit more, let's say, funky.
Funky moves, yeah.
And
it's hipster moves.
Are you calling me a hipster?
No.
So yeah, it's a nice move, and it's kind of the same idea as the jump here. Here again, black cannot cut because there's a ladder in this case.
Yes, it's very convenient, I must say. Like this, right?
Yeah. Of course, you need to be careful with which stones are in this area of the board. If there's a black stone here, then maybe the ladder will be good for black.
Of course, she's right.
So yeah, in this case, it's good for white. But if we go back to the thing that I prepared.
Indeed, yes.
move.
So you had your special move here. Okay. So I just played this move. Are you still going to play here?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Now it's not so amazing now anymore to play here.
Exactly, that's the problem for white. So if white plays like this now, then white kind of becomes heavy.
Okay. And now I don't know, some kind of jump.
Yeah, you could of course jump away. It's kind of necessary for your group. At the same time, yeah, this kind of move feels a bit strange. It's also difficult to punish it, of course, for black. Maybe later black could play here. If black plays there now, then yeah, you push white towards this direction, and it's always difficult in Go, at least for me, to kind of understand what you're doing with the pushing, because at this point black pushes white into this direction, which looks nice because black can build a wall here and create some territory or a framework. But at the same time, with every step that white takes towards this direction, this side becomes weaker. So very soon this kind of invasion becomes annoying. So you always have to be really careful, from which side do I push?
Can I just ask you a question? When we had this one, would you okay, so if white went here, wouldn't you consider as black just coming back here now? Because now it's not a problem for you if white starts going in this direction, right? Because now I feel like, okay, even though these are quite far away from each other, it doesn't seem to me like black is in any danger, especially since white has to take care of this group first, right?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's good to come back here on the right side. At the same time, white might want to Tanuki because it's very difficult to kill this group. Or you could think about something like this as white, because of course black wants to play something in this area again. And if you look at this result, it's kind of a vague result because, okay, this has become solid territory, but if we kind of switch the idea or switch the roles, then you could say that before it was already territory as well, because white didn't have any stones in that vicinity, so it wasn't dangerous. And at the same time, black got something here, but also white got something with this move. So this is starting to look like a white area. And if we go back like a couple of moves...
I have some comments there, by the way.
Okay, we will come to the comments very soon. If we go back like a couple of moves, then later this kind of combination of moves is also very interesting for black. And if you have this kind of combination in mind...
Would you push out?
Yeah, you can push. Then maybe instead of jumping on this side, which pushes white into this area, you would like to play on this side. So it's not really clear for black which side he wants to build yet.
Okay, so if you're not sure about the direction yet, just don't do it yet and find something better to do.
I think so. I think as black, I would play Tanuki in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, also I have a lot of problems with this kind of positional play myself because I make a lot of mistakes in this.
Mm-hmm. Shall we check if there's any
questions?
questions?
Some questions and comments. Bladavia, welcome. How does the right side for white become weaker when pushing? Even kijken. Because the white stones on the outside will help white's invasion. I see. I
think they're asking, when we had this...
really?
The right side, right? He said it becomes weaker. If you push this, right?
Yes.
So now if white will play here again and black will play here again, then white can do some kind of invasion, right?
So with every move that white gets towards the center, white becomes stronger in two directions. So what I always like to explain to my students is that when you have, for example, a shimari, the shimari works to two sides. So it works towards the corner. This becomes very strong and it becomes like solid territory in the case of the shimari. But the shimari also is working towards the right side here. So when you have this kind of a straight line, and this is slightly skewed, but for example, if you have the jump, then it always works to two sides. So when white is jumping out here with all these moves, white can either go to the left or to the right. And here black takes away the left, but it still means that the right is available.
So you can think of this move as sort of as an extension from these two stones, like similar here you would like to extend to your side.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And of course, when you're making a positional framework, you always, or almost always, leave some holes. So in this case, this framework of black is not perfect yet. So there's a hole here, or white could play here, or white could play here. So with every step that white takes, the danger on the right side becomes bigger, becomes more apparent.
Okay.
If we go again all the way back.
Let's go all the way back. And so what's your evaluation of...
this is here and this one is here. So
of this move. So is this okay for white or not really?
I think it's okay, but I think at this point, because of this move, when black plays here, white should probably not play this kusumi.
Okay, so this is not so good for white.
No, it's a good move when the black stone is here.
Yeah, because then I have good extension like this.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, but if you're so close, then I have to bump into you, so it's not ideal.
Yeah, because you see that you're going into this direction and there's already a stone very close by waiting for you, so he's like, kind of like blocking you.
Yeah, okay, so what else can I do here? I mean, okay, so let me think. I don't know. Maybe do some kind of... We have a question?
Oh, sure. You're welcome, Risa and Marshall.
Do we have some kind of... I don't know. Can we maybe jump somehow?
Yeah, jumping is a very good idea.
Or jump in the other direction?
There is a kind of a jump that aims for more things at the same time. And when I saw it for the first time, I was really amazed by that move, because you would never think of this yourself, or at least I would never think of it. So if you've seen it once, then you will remember it. And it's, in this case, actually a ogema, so a large kema move.
Ogema, okay, so I have two choices now, I suppose. I can play this one, or this one, right?
Yeah, or this one.
Oh yes.
Or that one.
Or that one, or that one.
But
or that one.
Actually, this was correct.
Well, I was not going to attach to something.
Sometimes this kind of move is really awesome, but here maybe not not perfect timing.
Alright.
But yeah, it's this move, and the reason that this move is so awesome is that it makes kind of a miai. So white can
so I suppose one miai is...
well, this is also something to make ice. Locally, attaching like that is very good to create ice space for yourself quickly. So when you need to make life very quickly, then you usually attach.
Yeah.
In this case, however, you can still go out. There's lots of space, so playing here is not necessary at this moment.
You know, I'm the kind of person that is always really paranoid about having living groups. So I will always like go and make a base first before I do anything else. Maybe I should become stronger.
No, actually, that's a trait of a very strong player. That when you can make a base, you immediately do it. Because if you avoid making a base, then sometimes it can haunt you in the game. So you just run away, okay, you tanuki, and then your opponent suddenly takes away your base, takes away your ice, and you have a weak group. And your opponent can chase it, and maybe can kill it, or it can create some territory. So if you can create a base, then you should. But if you do create a base, or if you think that you're going to, that you should always look at what it will give to your opponent. So in this case, if you attach there, then are you sure you really want to do it? Because maybe in the surroundings, black will become stronger.
Well, I know that if you play contact play, that makes your opponent stronger.
Right.
So probably if I play here, then this stone will become stronger. And since it already has an extension, this might become territory for black.
Yes, exactly. And that's something that you might want to avoid. At the same time, this move that I was going to show, it kind of does the same thing, because you press black down and black will get territory. So this will become solid territory. But the difference here with the clamp of white there is that white is creating something towards the center. And of course the center is still empty, so there's lots of space to build something. Whereas this area here, you can maybe, maximum create 10 points. So that's why this is more interesting for white. But at the same time also, this Kema is a little bit tricky because, playing here for black is very passive. And black most likely won't do that. Instead, what will black do? They will cut.
Like this?
Yeah.
Oh my god. And this.
Yeah. So this is also dangerous for white. So you have to kind of, weigh the pros and cons. Can I do this or not? And I think that in this case, it's probably slightly too much. That's why in professional games, you often see this jump here.
Oh, this kind of
So white jumps here, and then black can make a nice Kema shape. You could push immediately if you want, but most of the time if you don't have to, then don't push from behind. Because then this becomes solid for black immediately.
Okay.
But that's kind of the Miai. So white has this kind of move in this area, and the second move is that one.
Yes, okay.
So because of this one, white
can either go here or here. Okay. Could you call this an asking move, what black wants? Sort of?
I think
because
so.
Black has a choice now to, like from the Miais you showed me, I suppose black should either play on this side or on this side. And choose which one he likes more.
Yeah, definitely. I think that when you have an asking move, then it's kind of a difficult decision for your opponent, right? That's what you want. You want your opponent to be in a position that he has two things, or sometimes more, that he has to think about, and he has to make his own decision. What's bigger, what's better, what's more important, and those things are all interesting. So it's difficult to choose. In this case, I think when you play this move, it's still like a question move, but I think that black is more inclined to go for this area than for this area because this one is so close. So I think, if black will play here, it's very tight. It's maybe too tight.
And then white is kind of happy.
Yeah, white is probably, it will jump here because now black is very strong. So if you play here, black will definitely cut.
Alright.
So then you probably want to jump. But white is happy because white is just out in the open. He's definitely alive, or let's say he's not in danger. And he also has Sente because when black plays here, then white can play somewhere else on the board. So white can, for example, play here, or can play a Kema, like a Shimai in the top left.
Alright, so it's kind of a safe shape to just let be for a while.
Yeah, I think so. Also because you have this kind of move in Sente always. This kind of Kema is also like semi-sente because this kind of attaching move can be annoying.
Yeah.
So anything that white plays in this area is a nice move for white at this point. So white can go anywhere and doesn't have to worry at this point.
I think we have some comments.
Let's see. Great value for me in this video so far. Learning a lot. Thanks, Lisa and Marshall. Bram van den Bon. I would fear that black would attach at 09 straight away.
Let's have a look where that is. 09. Okay. So when white plays there, black will attach. Yeah, it's an interesting question, Bram. I was thinking of this move as well.
Oh, wait a second. Bladavia. First time I've seen this kind of Go stream on Twitch. Usually it's live commenting. Yeah, well, do you enjoy this, Bladavia? I hope so.
Okay, Bram, let's get back to your question. So, yeah, I think that attaching here is definitely a possibility, but it looks fine for white to play Hane, right? I don't think that this is dangerous for white.
Probably just normal.
Yeah, black will extend.
And then...
Ooh.
No?
If you play there, then black will cut.
Okay, so black will cut like this.
Yes, black will cut. If you would extend there, I think that's slightly too much. What I would always be thinking about is like the worst case scenario, right?
Yeah.
So I always start fantasizing, oh, he's just gonna cut me right away. So this is something that I would think about immediately, but I think...
Oh my god!
I think in this case it's okay for white.
So what would you play as white now?
Well...
Tell me.
I think I would probably play here.
Okay, so we extend. And now?
Yeah, now the question is, can I play here, because then you have to sacrifice something? Or can you play something like this? This kind of move is usually nice because you create a miai of going through or playing here. In this case, this
it's
stone...
It's not good, it's really annoying, this stone,
It's
right?
perfect for black, so because this ladder doesn't work. So yeah, it's complicated.
Should we try and play it out if white decides to push through, for example?
Sure, yeah, let's have a look.
Okay.
So
black
cuts, yeah. And then white plays here, but now black can play
the ladder
there.
Oh, that's terrible.
Well, it's probably terrible, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's terrible for white.
Yeah, that's not good for white.
Okay, so maybe this...
So let's see what white can do otherwise.
Wait a second, Bram van den Bon. That crosscut is evil. I would never have thought about it.
And that's the kind of sick stuff that I always think about, Bram. It's like the first thing that pops into my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really evil, right? But what would you do? Do you have any idea, Bram? What can you do now? So yeah, what do you guys think? What should white do? It's very important that you help us because we have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stand back a little bit. It's always difficult to see the board.
White to play.
Bram, resign.
No.
You never give up so quickly.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should be looking at this Aji because, like I said before, it's kind of a miai between this and that.
Alright.
So,
play some kind of preparation here first.
Maybe before this already. Or will black then just Tanuki? No. Black plays here and it's painful for white, right? For black, right? White will... what will white do actually? Maybe here.
What do I have to do now?
Yeah, create some strength in the corner. Here. And black still has to be careful now.
Probably he doesn't want to be sealed in.
Maybe here. Yeah, so... well,
and how about cutting now?
Yeah, I was looking at that as well. So now the cross cut looks interesting.
Yes, it does. Especially since this becomes strong, maybe you can invade here later.
Yeah, but it's still like semi-strong, right? Because it's also under attack, so it's quite complicated. Why do you have to make it so complicated, bro? This is terrible.
Let's see, there's something else. Justyna, I would attach to L5 as white first.
Cool suggestion. Let's have a look. So L5. Ah,
There!
here. But it's already before this. So here now. Oh, wait, this was not here. This is here. Here. Holy shit.
This one?
Yeah,
Justyna?
I think this is supposed to be a ladder breaker, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. It looks nice, actually. It really looks like a nice move.
So what if black plays here?
Well, then white can Hane, right?
Oh yeah, so then the...
So yeah, now if black cuts, if black does this crazy thing,
Yeah,
then
we set up the ladder.
we set up the ladder. So white doesn't, or black doesn't want white to go through, so black will block. And now the ladder is good, right? T, 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 T.
Seems like
Yeah.
this.
Nice.
It's cosmic. This looks so thin for white. Mind blown, reason. I think it's giving away a lot. Yeah, Blatavia and Bram van der Bon, you're both right.
It's kind of painful. It's good because the ladder works, but yeah, black becomes really strong here immediately. This exchange is locally kind of painful. So if it's totally or if it's not totally necessary, then you don't want to do it. So that's the question. Is it like completely necessary because you really want to Hane? Or, you know, maybe white shouldn't play Hane in the first place. Huh? That's another idea. Maybe white should just jump. So if black plays here, hey, by the way, what about this?
Wedge.
Yeah, why not wedge immediately?
Yeah, I think I would be very reluctant as black to just cut, so...
Yeah, I think you can't cut. Yeah, if you cut, then white extends. What would you do now?
Well, then white has two good ladders, either this way or this way.
Yeah, well, black can try to make it complicated like this. But I think it will, yeah, either way it will be good for white.
Okay,
so
yeah, so the wedge is quite nice in this case.
Well,
so
yeah.
Or?
Yeah, like this was good, but if black blocks,
yeah,
then it will be complicated again. Because black can extend here, right?
Yeah.
Can white play here? I think so. I think this works.
There's another comment. Fearzen14, why are you exchanging the P9 Atari at all before capturing with the ladder? The P9 Atari.
Let's see. P9. 9 is here.
Sorry, I'm trying to follow you, Fearzen14, but which variation are you talking about?
This one? Or...
Just pulling back to 07 seems simpler and slightly better.
07. Just pulling back to 07. 07 is there. So... Ah, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. When white plays Hane and black plays here, and then instead of this Atari immediately extend, right? Is that what you mean?
Oh yeah.
I think in essence, Fearzen14, this is the same idea, because again, yeah, black doesn't want white to go through, but maybe you're right, because like you said, why would you do that exchange? Now if black wants to avoid it, black will play here, right? So he's slightly less strong in this area. So maybe you're right, because if you first play this, then here and then there, then it's as if you exchange this for this, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. It's probably a strange exchange. So I think, yeah, just immediately going back here is probably better. Immediately playing here.
Yeah.
But in any case, it's still not good because of the ladder. So you know.
So then we said that the wedge is better.
Yeah, I think the wedge looks good actually.
Yeah, and if black pulls.
Yeah. So sorry, Bram says something. Looks good, and then white M7. Looks good.
7. Yeah, like.
Yeah. So if black, well, yeah, but in this case white cuts, right? So I think white can cut actually in this variation.
Mm.
If black defends here, then white can play like this, and like Bram says, then you can jump here. So yeah, this is it's really good. I think that's the answer to your question, Bram.
Yeah.
So when black attaches, then you can wedge like that.
Mhm.
That's a good question. I haven't thought about this before.
All right.
Yeah, I think this solves your problems.
Mhm.
Vierton 14. Mine is also only a detail, but I'm not sorry. Don't be sorry. It's very good that you're participating.
Yeah, we like participation. Okay, so this is a good move for black, I guess, or
Yeah,
interesting.
I guess it's playable, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so we said either white can have this move later or this move.
Yeah.
But you said black is more inclined to play on this side,
I
also
think
like
so.
Bram said,
Yeah.
rather than on this side because this stone is so close.
Yeah.
So what kind of move is more normal, like this, or
Well,
like more passive, you know, calm?
Yeah, so before I was always playing this kind of move because I thought...
Yeah, this is a real Kim move, you know, this kind of Keima. If you play against him in a tournament, expect it.
Well, I think it's probably not good here, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's okay actually. But I try to play really solid nowadays. So I think in this case I would just play here because you defend against what white wanted to do, and you also just take the territory. There's almost no aji in the shape. Whereas if you play here, there's still a little bit more aji. Of course, you participate more in the center of the game, in the center of the board.
Yeah.
But later there will be all kinds of annoying things there. It all depends also on how this area will expand or will develop. So if I'm black, which I am in this case in this game, and I am anticipating that I want to play here, for example. So if I'm thinking, later I'm gonna play this is like really what I want to do, then this move might be good, or in this case maybe even better to play the attachment. I'm not sure. But then if I really want to develop this, then I would play this.
Yeah.
Already with like an idea for the future in mind.
Yeah.
But I find this really difficult, so because it's always so vague, you know. And in this case, this area is not so big, so I wouldn't really be inclined to try and develop it that much.
Mm-hmm. Could you just show me, to finish off this topic, if black plays something on this side and white plays here, what's the continuation here now, or?
For black?
Yeah, for black and for white.
Yeah, so locally this is not good for black to play this. There is a kind of situation where if you don't have this move and white attaches, then this is a guzumi.
Guzumi, good empty triangle.
Yes, that's right. That's the Japanese term. Because now, if white blocks, then
black cuts.
Black brutally cuts.
Yeah.
But in the case of already having this move, when black cuts, then white is very happy to give this one stone up.
Yes, because black will just bump, and bumping into a stone is never good, right?
Yeah.
Or he just has to turn now.
Yeah, black will probably turn. I think white will then just connect here.
And probably even if black still wants to take these stones, white is quite happy with giving them away.
White can just give them away, it's not a problem, it's very small. Black was already strong there, black only becomes stronger in an area where he was strong, so it's not important.
Yeah.
And then afterwards white plays here, and this stone is crying a lot, I think.
Alright.
Okay, let's see, there's a lot of comments, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Terry's pattern search. Oh, nice, I use that as well. What is there too? cap is old style. I would also play the cap instead. That's why I wondered about the attachment. 08 is modern alternative to the cap. Isnjenje? Okay, I'm not sure what you guys are on about. Don't really know this position in depth, since I wouldn't give double wing to my opponent in the first place. Yeah, I know, it's always annoying when your opponent can make a huge framework. Anyway, I'm not sure what you guys are talking about at the moment. If you have a question about it, I can try to answer it. But otherwise, I will continue with the game.
All right. So if we continue with the game, we're gonna have to go back a lot.
Yeah. So it all comes down to this. Yeah. So
All
actually,
comes down to this.
when I could play this move, then in this case, because this is so close, maybe white doesn't want to invade yet, because actually this is also very big, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one of the possible variations is that white also invades here.
Mm.
And I had a really cool thing prepared for this one. But of course this never comes, it never happens in your games, because yeah, your opponent always does something else.
Let's see. Okay, well,
There's no question, so we continue. So I had something prepared here, which was this move. And
yeah, that's a very funny Keima style kind of situation.
yeah, it's kind of an interesting move, right? Normally you would play here if you want to go out.
And what does white do? Does he go along with playing another Keima, or?
Yeah, but actually white can play there. It's a very normal move. First of all, if white plays here, which looks tempting because white cuts off the corner, right? He tries to take a corner. This is not good for white.
Normal?
Yeah, black will go through, cut. Black will play here. So the first variation is that white can extend here.
Oh, will black? Okay.
Black will push out, and then black connects. White can play here. Black plays here. And if white plays here, then black finishes the shape like this. Black gets the corner. White gets strength on the outside, but black has a move. So black can play somewhere here. In this case, where would black play? Well, I'm not sure. Maybe here. Something like that. So this is one pattern. I guess like this, it's possible for white. It also depends on what has already been played. But normally this is better for black.
I think it's okay.
That's a fabulous tie. Thank you, Banan. Whoever you are, this one is for you. Look.
Straight from Japan.
Straight from Japan. Tokyo. I bought it in the Nihon Ki-in.
Yeah.
So, another thing. If we go back a little bit. If white does not want to extend, so...
Alright, like this.
It was like this.
Oh yeah.
White cuts.
White cuts.
Black plays here. If white wants to connect underneath, it's very bad in this case. Because when white plays here, black will of course not play here, right?
No,
This is terrible. So black will play here. Of course black can also tanuki actually. If you want to play a ko, you can always play here and go for a ko. But locally this is also a very powerful move.
So now white has two choices, this one or this one, right?
Well,
if
yeah.
he plays here, then there's a double attack. This is just terrible, so...
be careful with your arm. I think they can't see. But yeah, if you play here, then of course you will get the double attack. Yeah. So that's painful. And this is kind of the same. Now again, you can't block because it's problematic.
Yes.
But what white can do, however, is play here.
Take it.
And if black is naive, he will.
Then white is kind of happy because now he can.
Yeah, in this case it's very good for white. So black would never do this. Black will never play here. Black will go through.
White will capture.
White captures and black blocks. And in the opening there is no ko, right? That's what they say. That's the expression. So that's why usually this is good for black, because white cannot cut, because this ko is not. White can't win this ko. And if white has to play here and black plays here, you can see clearly that this is very small what white made. This stone is hurt and black has a fantastic shape towards the outside.
Yeah.
Let's see, that's a fair bit tie. Get on voice, Banan. What's going on there? We are watching together, maybe in a bit. Oh, okay. So you're voicing with each other. It's quite interesting. Okay, so let's go back.
Yes. So are we continuing with this shape still,
I just
or?
want to show one more thing in this shape because I
Yeah,
prepared it and it never happened in my game. So
now you have to take back your
exactly.
your preparation. Okay.
I can finally do something with my preparation.
This, yeah.
Yeah, this, and then it's normal for white to play here. And then I had a fantastic move. This one.
Oh my god. Jesus.
High five for that one. What do you guys think about this move? What would you play now for white?
Yeah, we have to wait a little bit because look. Yeah, now you just played it. Okay, now we wait for a reaction.
Yeah.
We have a maybe like 1 minute delay or something. So clamp.
Clamp.
They say.
Holy shit.
Hopla.
No, it's white, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Clamp this.
That's interesting. My first instinct is this.
Oh.
Not
Just-
sure.
Yeah.
Not sure about this. White will play here.
Black will probably go this way.
Yeah, but
Right?
this is painful for black actually. Now white is kind of happy with this result, right?
So clamp is not such a bad idea.
Clamp seems okay like this. What about this one?
Ah yeah.
Here.
Here like Jesus. Like this, black is quite satisfied with this.
Yeah, I
result.
think that this is good for black.
But what about the on the other side?
Well, it's kind of similar, right? Now black can play here.
Yeah, but now black is a bit thinner here, right?
But white still owes this move. And then black will extend.
Okay.
So I think
So
this
maybe-
is good for black.
This is okay. So
Although white can play here though. Well, what will black do? Can black... No, black will just play here, I guess.
yeah, I think so.
It's a bit of a strange shape for black also, but... I think it's playable. Interesting suggestion actually, the clamp.
Somebody else has said H4. Is
H4.
the same as H4?
H4, let's have a look. Bram always has good suggestions, so it will probably be a good one. So this move is here, and then there, H4, 4H. Yeah, this is possible. This is also something that I was prepared for. Then black will play here. Sorry, one second, I have to... Actually, I'm kind of mixing it up, guys. Sorry, there's one thing that black should do before this clamp. Yeah, so before black will clamp, black will first play here. Sorry, it's very important because black first needs to make strength on this side before you can clamp.
Okay, so this is a preparation move, and then clamp and...
No. Black will play something else first. So this is good. This is a good move. But then first black wants to make himself strong on this side.
Okay.
If white plays here, then black is happy because black will play the Atari.
So white should not play there?
No, white usually will go out here, like this. Then black plays here. And then, well, white wants to play the sun song because otherwise black is alive immediately. White plays here, black plays here. And white usually plays here because if white plays here, black will take the corner. And if white plays here, black can play there. So usually white does this, and then it's all about this crazy attachment move.
Yeah, so now it seems like H4 is...
Yeah, also this makes a big difference for the clamp, right? So the clamp is totally different now.
Well, the clamp is maybe not such a terrible idea if you play from this side now.
Well,
right? Or because this group doesn't have any eyes yet.
It's okay.
So you're kind of chasing.
You're chasing each other. It's probably playable. Not sure about this move actually. Maybe we should just jump out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then maybe white will push one more time.
Yeah.
And then try to get ahead.
In any case, this is an interesting fight. If we go to Bram's suggestion, so the move up to play here. In this case, black will play the Hane and then play here. White plays Atari and then connects, and now because of this strange shape, black doesn't have to play here, but he can play the Keima because white can never cut, because then he will be cut himself. So yeah, this was all my preparation for this game, but it never happened. So now we can finally go to what really happened in the game.
Let's see. Reading on big board is hard. So close. You're right, Banan. Yeah, so
This does change everything, yeah.
yeah. Okay, so that was the cool thing I wanted to show you, and now let's have a look at my game.
Oh yeah. Okay, so this never happened.
This never happened.
Okay, so we talked about a game that does not exist.
Well, it's interesting, right? I hope anyway.
It is. I like it. Okay, so what happened?
So white didn't do this.
Alright.
White played in the other part of the board. So white played here. This was the move that my opponent played, Michiel Eijkhout, 5 down. And well, I thought of different things now. I thought maybe I should play here. But normally this is more interesting when this stone is, for example, here, because you can look forward to playing something like this and making some kind of wave formation. But if this stone is here, then it's more difficult to make something here. I mean, I can always still do this, right? But
because now you cannot approach from the same side.
Yeah.
It's kind of more natural to approach this from the other side.
exactly. So I thought, okay, I'll just leave this side of the board for what it is.
So what did you do then? Did you approach there or?
Yeah, I approached this corner.
Okay.
And well, what would you do for white?
Well, I'm not very good at Joseki. The only Joseki I know in this case is to play here.
Yeah, that's a good move, I think. What's the idea of this Joseki? Do you know that?
Yes, I know. Normally you should play this Joseki if you have extension here. So you're gonna make a wall, sort of like this, and maybe later you want to extend to this side, right?
Yeah. You don't necessarily already have to have an extension. I think it's also playable like this.
Alright. Is that what your opponent played?
No, it's not what he played. I think actually you're right though. Like if you want to play this, you probably in this case want to exchange something like this first. So if
like
black would
this.
respond,
And
then you can do this.
and then let's see how it's gonna look, maybe.
Sure. Like this.
I can do one more here, I think.
Yeah, sure, you can do that. You can also play here first, and well, there's all kinds of variations, but to just keep it very basic, the idea is that white will create something on the upper side like this.
Taisha! Somebody says, you would do Taisha. Eh?
Okay. So the Taisha variation, do you know that one? When black approaches?
Oh, it's some kind of crazy.
Yeah.
This?
Well, actually, it's with this one. And
then black does something like this?
yeah, black jumps, and then white will go through like that.
Yes.
And there's like insanely many variations in this one.
Do you feel like talking for an hour about Taisha now?
No, we're not gonna talk about Taisha, because then we give Banan what he wants, and we're not gonna do that. No, the Taisha was actually not played in the game, so he played one move further than the Taisha.
Alright.
Played here, and I think it's a nice move. It kind of means that white wants to build this side of the board, right? Because white has 2 stones here, now he pincers, so he's trying to develop this area, the lower left.
Okay.
The very like standard way to react is here, which I also did in the game. And then, yeah, the idea of this move is that you separate the white stones.
Yeah.
So white can no longer keep you inside, because then you can either connect here or bash through at the top.
Okay, yeah, I see.
White usually plays this one. It was also in this case.
Alright.
I create something in the corner, create some eyes. And
Does
white,
white extend now?
yeah, white extends from his stones to make a base. Yeah, that's good. So white played over there. This was not
Oh, yeah, this
played.
was not played, yeah.
And at this point, yeah, I thought about playing here to pressure this group, right? To be able to jump in afterwards. But at the same time, I thought, okay, white will jump here. What do I really gain? I'm not sure if I want this yet, because now the center becomes bigger and this corner is still open. So what do I really gain from this? I guess that if I want to exchange something like this, I would like to follow it up. To take the corner big. But with this move, it also becomes less interesting for black in this area. So it's kind of difficult after this jump to build anything.
Yeah, okay.
So I wanted to wait with that.
So which side of the board did you focus instead? I would be probably, if not here, I would be looking somewhere there to play.
Yeah, I think that white was also emphasizing this side. So I figured out that, I should do something here. Yeah. And I played there.
You played there? Okay, so now I'm doing the guessing.
Yeah? Where would you play?
Let me see.
Never give a banana what he wants.
Terrible.
Yeah, I don't know. This kind of standard move maybe is something like this.
I think it's good. And I played it. White now pincered. And, well, actually, I think this is a very interesting part of the game. And I would like to ask you guys what you would do. Because I thought of many variations, many things that you could do. And in the end, I came up with a, well, special move. It's not that special, but something out of the ordinary.
How many of you do you think he played the Keima?
Hey! So, what would you do?
Yeah, what would you do?
We're just gonna stand here now.
No, it's okay, now we can wait for suggestions. D8.
D8 says Bron.
Well,
Nice.
it's another kind of Keima.
Nice suggestion. I thought of this move in the game. I was thinking about it. Any other suggestions?
After that Keima, I'm expecting something like
D3 now. D3.
Oh, D.
D. Oh, fancy. Nice. I like that one. I didn't think about this during the game, but it's an interesting move, definitely.
when white plays Hane, black E8.
So we're going back to Bram's suggestion.
No, he says E8. That's here.
Holy shit! Is it?
Yeah. Unless he meant the.
I don't think Bram meant this.
It's kind of sick.
Sorry, that's about this one. Yes,
Yeah, but I think you mean this one, Bram.
the Hane or. After the Hane.
Ah, so and then black E8.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, that's definitely possible. I think it's totally normal. I could have played like this in the game, but I decided to do something else. Of course, I thought about going into the corner. So if I play here, then oh sorry, this one is here. Then it's kind of easy for white. So I didn't want to do this because
White will probably want this direction.
yeah,
because this one is furthest away, so white can make most territory there.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of what white wants, right? So I'm giving it to him very easily.
Mm-hmm. But you keep Sente. So.
You do keep Sente. It's probably also playable because this is also open still.
I would kind of, in this situation, think of playing this move now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks good. I think so. Probably also possible, but I feel like it's a little bit too easy for white because he's kind of asking for this and then you give it to him.
Okay, so never give white what he wants either.
Yeah, you always want to you always want to surprise Banana. So and yeah, so in that respect, I don't know who came up with this idea. E8. No, that was Bram. Something like D3. Vierten 14.
Yeah, but D3 was this one, right?
Yeah, I think that's very interesting because it's kind of asking for this side now. If white will play Hane, then black can maybe even crosscut, but if black plays here, then...
Here?
Yeah, like this. Then, yeah, this stone is now under pressure. It becomes also a totally different game. I think it's also probably playable for white.
Yeah.
Maybe black should actually play here first, because that's a very big point.
Yeah, and then here. Nice.
And then there. Yeah. And then white. Of course, white can also Hane from the other side, but in that case, white kind of gives in to black.
Yeah, because now black gets the direction he wants.
So,
so it's as if you played here and then white played this move almost.
Yeah, or if white really wants to focus on this area, then he will connect. But then you can compare it to, yeah, just invading at Sun immediately, and then you can see the difference, right? Now black has slightly more territory, and white has slightly less here. So this would definitely be good for black.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is not what I did.
Okay.
I played the Kema, so...
I win!
Right?
I guess the move.
I prepared this, or something like this, so I thought, okay, maybe I can use it in this situation. And it was actually quite interesting, because I got this idea from a Korean book, with the Chinese opening and this funky move, and then this Kema. But in the Korean book, it didn't say how white should respond after this.
Okay.
So, in this case, white doesn't have a move here yet, like in the example that we saw. So, should white play on this side or on that side?
Yeah, it's a good question, I think. I don't know. Like, on one hand, like, normally if black would play here, then you would almost always play on this side, because it feels like it's more pressured, and then you have time to go back and play some...
Yeah, I think this is nice.
This one or
yeah,
this one?
This is nice.
Yeah, yeah. But in this case...
Yeah, this is also what I was thinking about, actually, the just jumping. This would be normal, because this side of the board feels most interesting, so I want to go in there. And then I want to make a group for myself to settle.
Yeah.
Also, this group of white is not very big, and it's not that steady, because
it's
black
kind
can...
of floating a little bit still.
Yeah. And black can still attack the base.
Yeah, but if you have this move now, and white will play here, then maybe there is already a possibility for black to immediately invade.
Maybe.
Or even flatten white in a really nasty way.
My idea before playing this was to flatten white, but maybe you can also invade, like you said. Maybe you could play here. And if white goes out, then there's this kind of move. I'm not sure if it's good.
And so what do I do now? I cannot.
Yeah.
Can I do it?
Yeah, you can, but you'll be squeezed. So
I will be squeezed.
I think it feels good for black. And yeah, like this.
Well, it does make it a little bit better that you already have a stone here, but still.
Well, I'm not sure if this is better than just pressing down immediately. Of course, you don't have to cut, right? If white goes there,
then maybe you just want to run out. But then the question is, what does this move add? Because then white will play here.
Yeah.
So it's maybe, yeah, black wants to play here then. Can white severely attack this? I'm not sure. Maybe white plays here first. Yeah, maybe. What does white do now? Maybe this one. To create some edge here. I don't know. It's running 5 looks very complicated.
What if white also kemas, says Vierten. What if white also kemas in response to black's first kema?
Ah, yes, exactly. So,
yeah, so this is, we were looking at a different, so now, like this,
yes.
and now the question is, careful, can black, will probably want to approach from this side.
Yeah. So,
And I don't know, now I feel like maybe he should try to approach from high and not from low, otherwise he will get split.
actually, this is interesting because in another game during these qualification matches, I also played a Kema, and my opponent then played here, which is also a Kema to a Kema, and then I played this one because it looks like the thing that we showed in relation to the Chinese opening, where black plays here, but in that case white already has a stone, but then black plays here, here, and here to settle himself. So I thought, okay, why is it not possible when there's only one stone for white then, right? It should also be possible. And actually this was very interesting. White played here. I kind of came to the conclusion that actually this move is not possible, like this. In the game that I played against my other opponent, his name is actually Marijn de Jong, he's a 3-dan. Marijn played here, I played here, he played here, I played here, and he cut. I think what he should have done was to first play here and then extend.
Oh.
In the game, when he cut, I got the most important move, which was this one.
Oh, right. Yeah,
And,
you almost always underestimate the power of this kind of move.
This Hane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very painful for him, because if he now plays here, then I can block here in Sente.
Yeah.
And especially in that game, he had like a big framework, so all my stones would be negating his framework. So instead what he did was first play here, and then he had to come back, he had to capture the stone, then black extends.
And then you have to, yeah.
And then black can play here, which is also quite powerful. Of course there's still a cut here, but this works also towards the right side. So especially if that side is big for white, this is painful. In this case, it's playable for black also, if it goes like this, I believe. But if white would play differently, so if we go back a little bit, this one's not here.
Let's just maybe go all the way down.
Yeah, so black is here, white here, black Kema.
And white, this.
Yeah, this Kema or this Kema. I mean, this one puts more pressure locally on these stones, so it's an interesting move. I think now, because black will be cut like this, so yeah, and then white plays here, and after that here.
Yeah.
So if black connects here, then white will cut over here. And other way around, if black somehow protects this, then white will play here, and this is floating.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's very good for white.
It's good for white. So black should probably not play there, but should maybe first play this clamping move. This is what I came. This was the conclusion that I reached with Marijn when we were discussing the game afterwards. That black should probably play here, and if white plays Hane, then maybe this cut is possible, or black can play here now. So that's the difference. If you exchange it, then this move becomes more powerful. But I think also the cross cut is probably possible. I'm not sure if this stone will will stay connected to the rest, I think it might be cut off if you play here. Because white will go through here and this Aji will become big, I think.
Yeah.
So, to be quite honest, I'm not sure exactly what would happen. Because I didn't know the reaction to this move. You know, I didn't say it in the Korean book. So, if you have any other suggestions for this, then yeah, please let us know.
Or we just continue with the game.
We can also continue. What do you think about this? Is there anything else that black can do in this shape?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never. Yeah, like I would just think about going somewhere here, but I quite do like this this one.
This attachment, right?
I think it's okay.
We were also looking at this with Marijn, but it looks a bit weird. I don't know, like this move is still annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, white cannot really cut at the moment, so maybe it's not good to do it now. But there's a big gap there. If white plays here, then
From the white ones too.
I don't know. This also looks playable for black, but at the same time, by running out like this, I feel like maybe it was better to just play the normal jump in that case, because you can put more pressure on the corner like was suggested. So then if black can turn here, it's much better than if white can chase black like that.
What happened in your game after you played this?
So in my game, I have to switch again. Oh yeah, so actually white, first white played this Kosumi. Then I played here, and then he came back to the lower side.
Okay.
I think there's another comment. In the crosscut, white e4 seems to simplify it a lot and give a good result for white, because the exchange of the two kemas seems bad. Yeah, I agree. It doesn't look too fantastic. So I think you're right that it will be good for white.
So, you know, after all, if white would have played on this side, it's complicated. I'm not sure what I would have done. I didn't have a prepared move, but he played on the lower side, and then I could press down.
Yeah.
So I was quite happy with this result. This is what I was aiming for. White plays here. And now white jumped, and I was a bit surprised, because...
Yeah, because normally you can just do this and...
Yeah.
Did you do that?
Well, I was looking at this cut, so I played here.
Yeah.
This can never be wrong. But, or actually that's not completely wrong. It can be wrong sometimes, but yeah, in this case I think it's okay. But of course white blocks. And now, yeah, what do you think? Should I cut?
So always you should cut from the side that you don't want to get, right? In general.
Yes.
I think both sides are quite interesting for you actually, but so if you want to go for this side, you should cut here, right?
Yes. And actually I don't know why I didn't cut, because this looks good. This looks totally normal. I think white must play here, because I was looking at this kind of move, that white can make a connection, but this looks terrible for white, because...
If you pull, can you do this? Pull this out and drive white out, or not really?
The driving stops very soon, because this is the last tower you can give, and you have to come back, right? So, and now...
You're hurting yourself.
You're hurting yourself. So I think you should probably extend instead.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably extend here. I was also, dubious about this shape, but I think it's fine, because if white, for example, plays here, then black can just play there. And the problem with this is that if white plays here to connect, then this is actually still big Aji. Or even in the corner, black can do something, but this is very painful. White will probably have to link up very low, and yeah, I don't know. This feels okay for black, actually.
Yeah, I mean, like, without reading it, for me, you know, intuitively, I would just cut.
Yeah.
You know?
I think white should play here, and then black can take the stones.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let's see if there are any questions. What if white jumps immediately, says Banan. What if white jumps immediately? Ah, so if black presses down, and then
Oh, yeah.
white jumps here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what you mean, right, Banan?
You have to wait. You see where we are with it?
Yeah, we're a bit behind with the screen.
Today I think the stream is generally pretty good.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like we have any buffering problems or anything like that. So.
Connection is much better than before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, says Banan. Okay, great. Yeah, so that's a good suggestion. I think you also came up with this move when we were looking at the game before. You said, why not jumping immediately?
Yeah, I mean, I think white is probably a little bit happier to just give up this stone than 2 stones. So, what if white would just do this, and in the same situation, if black cuts on this side, white will
so
take,
if
right?
if white takes, then it's much better for white than the other one.
Exactly.
Because white has more space here, and black is much narrower.
Yeah.
And where will black play? Will black play here or will black play here? Because if black plays here, then these kinds of moves are still annoying.
Yeah, but on the other hand, for this one, you have white has better endgame later, right?
Yeah, this one or even this. Yeah. So both of them have a drawback. So.
Yeah.
And this is very, very small and kind of cramped.
Yeah.
So like this, the jump is good for white. For sure.
So. Yeah, what else can black do? I think probably this is this is kind of a must.
Yeah, I think it's normal. And then black could play here, I guess. And then what does white do? Play here, I think.
Yeah, so now black is probably focusing a little bit more on the center.
I'm also looking at something else, but I'm not sure if that's normal or not. But if you jump here, I feel like there should be something here. Well, I'm not sure if that's even true or not, but I have a feeling that this is something, somehow. Because if black can get this move, I don't know why you would want this move though, but if you have this move, then it is of course interesting, but do you want this move? Maybe not. No, maybe that's nonsense. I'm not sure, but yeah. So like this, and then here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's playable. White is very low though.
Yeah.
Something very similar happened in the game actually.
Yeah.
There's another comment. Fiatsen 14 in the variation where white gets the Kema at B11 and black captures the 2 stones. Wait a second. In the variation where white gets the Kema at B11. B11.
Yeah. So in when black captures the 2 stones, I think that's right.
Yeah. And white gets the Kema at
this Kema.
Yeah. And black captures the 2 stones. It seems fine for white because the B7 Hane and pulling back to B6 removes all Aji in the corner. Ah, this one I think. So here, 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 here.
Ah, I think now he means to play
B7 Hane and pulling back to B6, yes. So like this is very big for the corner. Well, I'm not sure if it removes all the Aji Fiatsen 14 because this peep is still annoying. And with the Sun, I'm not sure if you can play here before and then with this peep. Actually, it's quite annoying still in this corner, but I see what you're getting at. Of course, this exchange here is very nice for white. It's a very big end game sequence, so
I think White really has to think about it if he wants to do this, because it's also gote for White now.
Yeah, definitely. It's not not good at this moment, but I think like middle game or end game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go. Let's continue with the game. So I pressed down, White responded, and then jumped. And I thought about cutting, but somehow I ended up playing here. I don't know why.
I don't know. I don't like this move.
Well, it's maybe.
But this is very similar to what we had after this, variation with Bram's move.
Yeah.
Here. Mm-hmm.
I think so. It's very similar. I played this testing move now, or like kind of a forcing move, because now the cut becomes very big again. So White responded.
Yeah.
And then, like I said before when I was playing the games on the goban, this is kind of a Kikashi. So this exchange is good for me. I don't necessarily want to put another stone there because then it's probably too slow. So I had to nuke it in this case.
Okay, I think maybe here we can have a voting. What kind of move
Sure.
Black should play now?
What would you do as Black, guys, in this moment?
Yeah, I think for me there are two possibilities, but let's see. I think nobody wants to give suggestions. Okay, I vote for Shimari.
No, I think there's still a lag, so...
No, they should already...
Cap at J5.
Cap at J.
Okay. That's interesting move. Any other moves? Any other suggestions? Sorry, just back. Okay, Bram, right in time. Where would you play as Black now?
Yeah.
Black just exchanged this, White became low.
Okay, so we have one suggestion here, one suggestion here.
Barbar N17.
And yeah.
Yeah,
I would think about this move as well.
Oh, but that's 18 or
No, that's
17.
17.
Yeah. Nice, a good suggestion as well. Thank
Mhm.
you, Barbar, and welcome. Bram says T1.
Oh, yeah.
T1. That is not on the board.
Thank you, Bram.
Somewhere here, I think.
I think your move is divine. It doesn't even show on the board.
Yeah.
M3. Where is that? Here. Oh. Oh, is that M3? Yeah. Okay. Okay, also interesting. Okay, so we have a couple of things that we can work with. This one, and what was the other one?
This one.
Oh yeah, the cap also. So first of all, the cap, I think it's probably not good. At least that's my feeling, because usually this cap is either to reduce framework or to build a framework of your own. And well, Black has some stones towards the center, but this is very open, so he cannot really make anything.
Would White just go for this?
I think so, and this locally this helps White, so this becomes very strong. There is a nice follow-up to this move, which is this Kema, this clamping move.
So standard.
Yeah, I think so,
Like
and then
this?
Black can probably play here, like this.
I'm out of white stones.
Oh, here's some stones.
Thank you. Yes.
So Black will play Atari, White will take, and now Black has to finish up the shape somehow. Maybe here, I'm not sure. And now the corner is open, so as White I would now go into the corner.
Bam.
So I think, as you can see, Black kind of loses initiative. So Black does get the Kema, but this became solid territory, and at the same time, what did Black gain? Black gained some influence, but he cannot really use it that well. So that's why I think the cap is not optimal. It's an interesting idea though, especially to develop the center, but the center is still so open
I think it's probably a good move, but just a bit too early still.
Yeah, it's a bit early at this point. I think so.
How about...
Thanks, just joined 1 minute ago and no idea what has happened so far. Well, welcome again, Barbar. This is a game that I played against Michiel Eijkhout. Michiel Eijkhout is a 5-dan from the Netherlands, and yeah, we played in the INDIS. That's a qualification tournament to qualify for the Dutch Championships. So we played this weekend against each other. I am black and Michiel is white.
Yeah.
So
another suggestion was to play here.
yeah, that was Bram's suggestion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's interesting. Personally, I would think about pressuring more, but I think that actually this move might be better because when you pressure and white responds, then you have a hole here.
Yeah.
So actually, like you were showing, that's a very big move. So you would like to play there, but now there's still a hole here. So it feels like you create an extra problem for yourself. Whereas if you play here, of course you can still invade here as well. So white probably wants to do something, and then you can play there.
Yeah.
So it feels good. At the same time, I was also scared for this group.
So you don't want to play something like this to make...
Well, I think that, yeah, you strengthen white here with this. Of course, you take territory yourself, but you also allow white to attack you more fiercely because of the stone there.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not sure this is wrong or anything, but I would be personally a bit like afraid of this. And this move is painful because it's a shape point, and if white can cut through, then, well, black falls apart. So black feels obliged to do something about it.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult to get good shape here. It will become sour quite quickly.
Wow, that's very painful.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So that was my my idea that this group is still in danger. And the last suggestion here, that's also very interesting. It's also a very big area because it also gives a follow-up for black to invade at the top. And also it reinforces the right side, so black makes a bigger framework there. I think that's definitely another really big side of the board. So for me it's also difficult to decide here what's urgent.
Last one was this.
Yeah, I think this one might even be better than playing this, because now you just take the corner, and for white to play here, it's big, but they're still actually here. So yeah, I also would think about that, and then maybe following it up with this if white plays there.
So nobody wins? Did you not play any of these moves?
Well, no, I actually played this shape point, so it looks very slow.
Yeah, it looks very, submissive almost.
Yeah, I think that maybe it was too slow. I'm not sure, but I thought, it's the Honte move. I created some worm here, and I have to help my worm. So,
but how come you're playing so close to your strength? Because this is quite... Is it not okay to play a little bit further away? Like
I think maybe
something?
this is also okay. Might even be better because it's faster.
Yeah.
But the shape is still slightly off, right? Later this kind of move could be annoying.
Yeah, okay. So you just wanted to play one move that will fix your shape.
Yeah. But I think this is actually one of the losing moves because it's too slow. But there's one player in the Netherlands, Peter Brouwer. I used to do Baduk movies with him, and he's very good at shapes, and he always plays these kind of
beautiful shapes.
Like when I used to watch the Dutch Championships, I recorded them for Eurogo TV. So I was sitting behind the computer and doing the filming, and I was looking at Peter's games, and he always played these kinds of moves, And at first I was always like, these moves are so slow. But then later in the game, they always, got their reason. So they were very important for some reason to attack, or the group was defended because the whole outside of the opponent was getting stronger. But it was okay because played this kind of move. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do in my own games now. But it's difficult to find the balance.
Yes, I know what you mean. Okay.
So let's see some more questions. What would be faster move to help those black stones? Maybe leaning on the bottom with a move like J3. 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 Or maybe this one. Ah, but J is in the middle, right? J3 is taken. I'm not sure which move you mean. Oh, J5, Fiatin, J5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if you want to help those stones, like we said, it does help them indirectly, but white becomes much stronger here, and yeah, it's a bit vague like this also for black because this is so open. So you're helping your stones, but it's very unsure what your stones are going to mean. You know what they're going to do. Are they going to give you anything or not?
Yeah.
So I think, well, personally, I would not play like this because it's just simply too difficult to convert this into a winning strategy.
Okay.
So yeah, I played there.
What did white do now?
What did white do? Well, actually, white played here. So in white's reasoning, this was Sente for both, so he wanted to take it.
You take.
Yeah, I jumped, and this was another point where I wasn't sure about. What do you think? Would you play there?
Yes, I think I would. Yeah. I think if you do something else, then okay, you play the hunter move. But if you play like some kind of attacking move now, then it turns out to be overplay. Maybe. I think it's hunter to play now. I think it's you play this kind of fuseki to get the right side. If you abandon it now, then what's your strategy actually?
Yeah, I think the right side is very important. There was one other move that I was considering here, and that was the Kosumi.
Ah, okay.
So normally you don't want to play the Kosumi because you strengthen your opponent. But in this case, this move stands very close to these stones. So I think it's probably okay, and then I can jump. Locally, this exchange makes white stronger, but it also makes it a little bit more difficult for white to invade in the corner. And I think I should have played like this because when I jumped, white just invaded, and this was a little bit sour. I kind of expected this. I played Anne.
So you played this one now?
No, I didn't because I think that's too submissive. Because in this case, white can just simply take the corner, and yeah, my territory is shrinking very very fast.
Yeah, indeed. But in the other variation...
Yeah, I felt that this was better.
So now...
So here, white, it was kind of a one-way street. White had a lot of forcing moves. First here, yes. White, and now white needs one more move to make life locally, so white gets here.
Oh, and now you kind of are forced to connect, right?
I think I'm forced to connect, because if I don't connect, then this cut is really dangerous. I only have 2 more liberties if white cuts. I was thinking about playing Tanuki, playing here now, but I think that's really very dangerous. Because and now white will extend, and even though there is still some IG here for black, yeah, black also has a problem there, and I feel that this might go very wrong for black.
Yeah.
Here
it
or whatever.
Seems,
it's, any move that white can play. So if black plays there, any move that white can play here is Sente against that.
Of course.
And then
then he can just
become much stronger here to capture that. So
yeah,
I feel like I should really connect there.
Yeah, it's important.
But that also made the situation sour, because again I have to play a very solid and slow move. And at that point white got the chance to invade. However, now it became a very interesting game, because it became sort of a game where
nobody had territory, because now white is again taking away my territory, and I simply make a strong shape, so I don't have to come back anymore. And now I can finally start attacking, because I made this strong, I made this strong, I made this strong. So now I'm looking.
I feel 1 point of I see 1 point invasion.
I'm really looking forward to jumping in there.
Yeah.
And I did. And now.
White cat?
Yeah, white cat. And this was actually also interesting, because normally when you can play the wedge.
Yes, you play the wedge because it's the ladder, right?
Yeah, but in this case I think it's very dangerous, because even though the ladder is good for black, white can play like this, and black doesn't have a good way to go out here. So I really wanted to wedge, but I don't think it's possible here, and that's why I was forced to extend.
And how about maybe it's crazy, maybe it's a very stupid question, but can we just go back to the situation?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Would it be extremely crazy for black to do this?
Well, not that crazy. It's interesting actually. Now you should probably connect, or...
Yeah, I was thinking maybe if I can...
No, because then you want to connect, because then... No, because if you play here, then white's problems are gone and you have to come back. Whereas if you play there immediately, white still wants to play here, and then you have center.
Oh, so then I can turn on top of the stone. Yeah, so that was my idea, you know, that maybe you can drive white to take these stones in order to take this side.
Nice. Yeah, it looks good actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, also because black invested here, so black is stronger. This is exactly the kind of thing that Peter would have done. You know, because this is strong and now you can just give this up. This is not an important Panuki. Or actually it's the tortoise shell.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, this is actually quite nice. Maybe I should have done this in the game. Shit.
Thank you.
Let's see, there's some suggestions or not. I already had that one. What would be a faster move? Or did that one really? Nice job. Isn't connecting with N13 a little more flexible than playing the solid connection? Isn't connecting with N13? Ah. Yeah, it's also a possible move. It might be better actually, because this is well, this is even stronger, right? So there's no aji at all. Here there is very small aji. But yeah, I think you're right. This is probably better than what I played. It's more, it does more things at the same time. So yeah, thanks for showing me that. And yeah, this is also very good, Justyna, what you showed, I think. So maybe I could have wedged after all then. So we can have a look at this one more time.
So you cut.
Cut.
Extend.
And then here.
Yeah.
Is this really what I was looking at? Yeah, I think so. And again, I was afraid.
Because every other, like this move is not good, because then you do the ladder.
Yeah. What about this one? Well, this one only go through on the side.
And how about if white takes this?
Well, then black is very happy.
Oh, because black drives through this way. Okay, yeah.
So, no, I should have wedged.
So trust the principles, I suppose.
Yeah. Somehow, I was looking at these variations with Michiel afterwards, after the game, and he agreed with me that I should extend. He said, yeah, wedging seems too much, but I think like this looks good.
Yeah, because white cannot afford to let black extend here. White has to take.
Yeah.
And then you can do this.
Yeah. Nice. So anyway, I didn't do that. I made a lot of mistakes in this game, actually. But it was a very interesting game. There were a lot of choices to be made. White just blocked, and then I played here. White played very solid, but at the same time, I also hollowed out his territory completely.
Yeah. Wow, that looks a little bit painful for white. Is this one? Oh, this one.
This one. And then here.
and now white played Tanuki. Let me see what he did. I forgot. Ah, yeah, this was really really nice actually. White played here.
Oh yeah, and now you don't really want to do this because it's too close to your stones.
Yeah.
But this can also be a bit scary. So if you just show...
Yeah, it's painful like this because I'm giving in where I'm so strong and I still have to come back because otherwise white can just simply cut here or have to do something. I would like to play on the other side, but when white cuts, I cannot really extend because white will extend with me.
Yeah.
And locally, black can make 4 liberties here. Yes. And then white blocks. And white already has 4. So white can start taking or can even push once more. And this one seems interesting for black, but it doesn't work because white can just simply go out. There's still too much space here. So like this it doesn't work, so I have to kind of give in a little bit. And afterwards, after the game, Michiel suggested to me that I should have done something before. He suggested that before I do this invasion, I should have done this.
Oh.
And then he will have to play there. And then already this exchange is good because he cannot do that anymore. He also said that, yeah, you can choose to jump, of course, because I'm still a bit weak. So maybe I will have to spend another move, and then you can do it. So actually I think that's a very good advice to first bump here, which is normally a very strange move. You usually don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But in this case, this is too powerful. So you really want to avoid it here.
Yeah, that's true. So it was not good for you that you did that.
No. So when white played here,
you took this.
I had to cut there. And then black played here. And then white finished it with this one. And
you kind of want to take that now because of this move, right?
Yeah, if white gets this, and then afterwards can play there, it becomes uncomfortable. So normally white or black just wants to take it, just as white wants. But I thought it was too slow now, and I ignored, and I invaded again. So now it really becomes this kind of game where nobody has territory, right? I mean, white will not be able to kill this. He will get another wall, and he already has a wall here. There's no territory here, but at least the wall is not weak. He has a little bit of territory here, a little bit there, a little bit there. I have a little bit here, slightly here, and maybe some territory there, but it's very, like, we're just destroying each other's territory.
Yes.
And I can show you now where it all went wrong, because I think that this invasion is okay for me. But
did you make a mistake in the invasion?
yeah, this is where the game turned sour, because now I should...
Just here.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think I would just play there. Did you bump first?
Yeah, I bumped, and this was really bad, because no, he also just blocked.
Oh, the liberties.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So now I lost liberties here. This one also looks like it can't be wrong, but there's a lot of wrong with this move, because locally, you know, white has some problems here, and now I'm just helping him. And also
I have connection for it.
Yeah, I'm not really helping myself, so this was very bad. And because I made these exchanges...
Now you have to play here?
Yeah. And now, when white plays here, it's very difficult for me to connect underneath. It's almost impossible now.
So, do you have to try to make a life now?
Yeah, if I play here, then because I made these exchanges, white can cut.
Yes.
So this is terrible. Now it means I only strengthened white and I achieved nothing. So instead I have to play here.
Oh yeah.
Oh sorry,
sorry.
Yeah. And then white played very aggressively here, which was very good.
and I was forced to locally make 2 eyes, which yeah, I managed, but actually first push, because then you create some weaknesses, and then comes here. And now white has to come back.
Come back, and now you make.
Yeah.
Ah, this one.
Have to play there. Yeah, it's a very strange shape.
Okay, so now if
White even plays here, here, and here. So
okay.
yeah, I'm alive, but at what cost? You can see that white became really strong on the outside, and now suddenly my corner has become weak.
Can I have a question? Back when white played this Hane, was it possible for you to pull out?
No, I don't think so. No.
Not liberties, because there would be a cost.
Yeah, the problem is that it's like this. So
This was the total exchange?
Yeah, it was exchanged. So white plays Hane and I play here, and white can just block, because then he will capture me, so I still have to play this. And now if I play here, white can play here.
Yeah, but then you play here first, and then white has to go back, and then you go back to the same situation.
Yeah, but yeah, it's similar. Yeah, it's the same. So it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Let's see, are there any questions? Isn't it typical for black to attach at R7 instead of bump to prevent this? Typical?
There's R7, so that was talking about this one. I think R7 is here.
Ah, yeah, so your...
This one was here.
Yeah.
And R7 is here. I think he means this.
No, R7.
On the second line.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so your opponent said that you can play here.
Yeah.
He's asking, can you play this instead?
Yeah, I think it's probably both possible, but now you will get the reverse of what we saw, right? So before, when white played here, I could not play like this. No, I could not play like that, because then white extends, right? So now, if black plays there, and I cut, then we kind of get the same thing. So now black can block, but now white is safe immediately.
That looks pretty bad for black, I think, here. Because black still needs to come back.
The problem is that there is still a cut. So I think in this case,
to answer your question, Fiatsin14,
this is not good. But normally, yeah, this kind of move is good for both sides.
I think like you have to always watch in this kind of move. If your opponent can do this, because sometimes if this kind of stone is not here, you can always make the benefit. Even if you let white take this stone, you can kind of flatten him and take the influence for the outside. And I think this is the double purpose of this move. You can only play this when you can get either the benefit of taking the Yose or take some influence on the outside.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have this kind of situation where white has this kind of move beforehand, and therefore you can cut, and this is good for you then. Yeah.
Yeah, in this case it's purely that it doesn't work because white can play here, and that's annoying.
Yeah.
If white has to play here, let's say, then it's okay, because then black is very happy to play this. Now it's working. Yeah. But because white in this case can play here, it's annoying, because black has to block, right? There's no other alternative.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, like we said, there's still a cutting point.
Yeah.
Is R4 to Suji possible for black, says Bram.
R4 to Suji. Holy shit. Nice. At this point...
This is the expert.
Yeah. Well...
But in which situation? Because this is...
Yeah, maybe... well, not now, I guess.
Yeah, but... In this case?
Black probably plays here, and then, well, I guess white has to play like this, and then. What's going on?
This is white.
White, yeah. And then black here, I think. Well, either way.
That's interesting.
It's interesting, but does it really work?
Maybe because there's something with liberties now, or.
I think it looks like it's well. Yeah. Yeah. Now black can go out. Huh? So now this will be cut off by white. So white cannot play here probably. So if we go back, then if black plays there, white can play here. But now if black retreats, then white will play the hane. So it's a good Kikashi move for sure. So probably black plays here, here, here.
Yeah.
Here.
And maybe you still want to play this one.
Yeah. So locally the Kikashi is very good, but yeah, white can Tanuki, right? White will want to play somewhere else.
Yeah.
But you're right, Bram, it's nice because later...
Yeah, it's good to know this. I've never seen this before. Actually.
Yeah. In endgame, black can now play there, so...
Yeah.
It's nice. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I guess maybe we wrap it up at this
Yeah,
point.
we wrap the game up, guys. Actually, I lost this game later. After this disaster, it was already a little bit sour for me. But then there was some fighting in the center.
Yeah.
Actually, white played here. Afterwards, I played this. This was interesting, so I'll just quickly show you. White played here. I played here. White here. Beat. And now Michiel was annoyed because somehow, even though he was trying to attack me, he was being attacked himself, so he had to connect here. And then I played Tanuki again. Well, this was different. I played somewhere there, but in the end, it all came down to the center, and something went wrong there. Actually, Michiel cut something off. I was in Bioyomi, and I had...
All this dramatic.
10, 9, 8, 7, and then I played some crazy move. But I think it was an interesting game, if I may speak for myself.
What was the result in the end?
Well, in the end, it was like 20 for white. So
Oh,
he got like he
yeah.
basically got this center, all of it.
Oh. That's
And if that wouldn't have happened, it was very close, I think. But it just completely got out of hand here.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
So anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed.
Yeah. Wow, we've reached 21 viewers.
Thanks
That's
for watching.
incredible.
Also, Mifune, thank you, Anthony, for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
And well, hope you liked it. Let us know what we can improve, or if you have any suggestions for next time. And we will probably do this again in a week or so. So keep posted and check out our Twitch.
Yeah. On the offline picture, we will put the next time of the next
Right.
stream.
So there's this picture with the elephant, right? And that's where we will put the date for the next time.
Okay, great stuff. Ooh.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
See
you.
you next time.
Yeah.